Pictures.
So there he is.
Pictures,
I
please.
had one of you with a big, huge bass, but I think you switched the picture. Why?
Well, it was a little pixelated, and it wasn't as
Okay.
quality and clear. I mean, it depends on where it got pulled from, but pictures are huge right now. Photos are everything, but also pictures in your life, pictures of you, and this is where people get gun shy. And this is a hard obstacle. When I'm doing a lot of live presentations, I get a lot of questions on this going, Jeff, I'm just not comfortable putting me out there. And I say, okay, that's okay, but listen, let me help you with this, though. You're a real estate agent. You're paid to be in a social business to go meet people you never met and talk to people you never met. So you got to kind of be willing to go out there on a limb and put your face out there and name out there. So I find it really important, and this is something we find that even the executive levels of some companies, they're shying away from or not doing, is I like to be human. No matter what title I hold or will ever hold in any organization in my life, I will always be human. I will always try and be accessible within reason to people and show that I am a dad. You're a grandfather. I've got kids. I have hobbies. I am just like you. We have different responsibilities, but the ego crap is, who cares? I have different responsibilities than others in some roles that I have to play. Yes, I got to do a job. But social means social. Now, we can't share all the nonsense that goes on in our life. You're not going to catch me screaming at my kids most of the time. But you'll see a lot of children photos, my wife, where we live, what we're doing around our community. And that is where I get the most engagement from, and people value because I'm transparent. Because the only way I can do business with somebody, anybody, is I got to like you and trust you. And I can't get to like you and trust you until I get to know you a little bit better. And if I walked into your office, and these were the sales training days when I ran sales teams in corporate America, and I ride with my salespeople, and they walk into an office, a brand new cold call to a vice president's office, you're cold. You got to find something to talk about. And it's either you're talking about the Corvette picture on his wall or the trophy behind his desk. You got to find something in common to talk about. Well, guess what? Social, I just got back from Amen Connect, and I got more people complimenting me and saying, please put more pictures of you fishing. I love those pictures. And I'm like, really? Like, what about, like, not my kids or the fishing picture? I had overwhelming response of people going, I love your fishing pictures.
I was
I
one
don't
of
care
them.
why. It's a connection. They may love fishing, but guess what? Bob, like anything else, anything you and I have in common to talk about, we now have it in common to talk about that takes the conversation to a deeper relationship. I don't care
Yeah,
what it is.
I mean, for
That's
me,
the
I made that comment to you when we were at Inman. I said they love the fishing pics. Keep them
Oh,
coming
you were one of them. Yeah,
because I like to fish, right? So
fair.
like we had something in common, and Lynn says I don't care about your fishing pictures, but you know what? That's fine. That's not all he shares, right? Like he's getting just a piece of who he is, and what may end up happening is somebody says, well, that's just not the type of person that I want to connect with. But you know what? You probably didn't want to connect with them either,
True.
right? Like
And also, it's pictures of other things in life. It's pictures of kids. See, everyone has a hot button. Who is it that just said Lynn? Was it Lynn that said I don't want to
yeah,
connect?
yeah.
Okay. But
Not
Lynn,
a fan
no,
of your
no, that's okay. Not a fan of my fish picture. That's okay. But here's the point. If I saw some interest in Lynn of what she does on a hobby or daily or basis, and we had something in common to talk about, that helps us create that conversation. Lynn might have children. Lynn might have grandchildren. They might be the same age as my kids, and we're going through the same phase of life. We don't know that, but I would never know that about Lynn until I saw pictures of it or sharing it online to make that connection. So
Leslie has a great question. She says, "What if you're just not comfortable in front of a camera due to whatever reason?" Leslie, I'm not comfortable in front of a camera, and you would. I don't know if you go through any of my I'm big on Instagram. I love Instagram. If you were to go through there, you might catch one or two photos of myself. Like I'm never the guy that's going to throw my camera out in front of my face and take a selfie, right? Like I would never do that. Jeff did it here, I think. Are you holding the camera there? That's fine, but what other stuff? Like I take pictures of my son. Like I love to share stuff about my
yeah,
son. Or if I'm going somewhere, like I'm always. Instagram for me has been really cool because I was never a picture person. I've been all over the world. I've traveled all over the U.S. I was never a picture guy. But now with Instagram, like I love to just take a picture of somewhere I'm at that kind of captures the essence of what I'm doing or where I am.
yeah. It could be anything cool. I mean, this is going to sound a little corny. I just posted on Facebook the other day. is, I'm trying to, this new little health kick, not health kick, trying to eat a little bit better. And instead of eating regular potatoes, I'm trying to eat, sweet potatoes. And so I saw this cool recipe on Twitter. They shared a recipe with me about how you can cut up a potato and do it. And I posted that as an instructable how to do it, and I cooked it this last night. And I got a whole bunch of private comments like, "Where'd you get that recipe? Oh my God, I love sweet potatoes. That's a really cool idea." I'm like, I found it myself. So then I got the jokes of like, I never knew you cooked, or you ever home in time enough to cook, and blah, blah, blah. But it doesn't always have to be about that. It could be about things you're doing, places you're going, the children you're with, picture of the lake, the sunset, the corn crops, something that goes, wow, that's really pretty. It's just what it is. Pictures are driving traffic, and a visual search is what's happening across the U.S. and North America.
If I'm a real estate agent, like I would absolutely be taking pictures of cool houses that I saw.
That's right.
Like if I'm out with a client and we go to a really cool house, like I'm gonna take a picture of something cool in the house and share it.
Arched doorways, a cool lock on the door, something that looks rustic, whatever it is, a cool tractor that's sitting on the property that's, whatever. There's a million cool ways to take pictures of stuff that get engagement and have something in common with somebody else. So trying to be transparent with life. So it doesn't always have to be a picture of you with your own selfie. It could be of others and things that you're doing. So if you're gun shy on the camera, don't sweat it. Pictures are still good, beyond your mugshot. But I try and stay human and share with what I like to do, try and find things in common.